So, Laxus continues to show just why he is a Super Saiyan. Just saying, like, I had very little doubts that he wasn't going to win that fight, and man, he was wrecking that demon. Like, Tempesta, yeah, I was shocked. I was like, well, okay, these guys have been pretty hyped so far, so I'm pretty sure Laxus is going to, like, have at least a decent fight with this guy. Then, no, Laxus is just, like, practically three-shot that guy, so I was like, holy shit. That was a little overdone when Tempesta, I noticed when he just, like, rips his cloak off like he's the fucking Incredible Hulk or some shit. I was like, was that really necessary? And then in the end, he still got his ass just fucking smashed. And then, of course, he has to take a bitch way out. The only way to defeat Laxus is to pretty much self-destruct and release some poisonous gas. Which I thought immediately. I was like, typical, typical, typical. Of course, use it as a way to get all the powerhouses out for this arc, so it'll just come down to, like, Natsu and them, you know. Oh, Laxus is kind of OP, so he doesn't keep, like, staying around to just keep bitch-smacking all the other Tartaros members. Let's use this as an excuse to, like, put him on the bench. So I thought that was a little kind of bullshit, because I guarantee you that's what that was, but whatever. Hopefully he'll get back up and he'll be able to, like, fight again, but I don't know. So, I don't know. That's still pretty gay. But at least we showed that he's still no bitch. He bitch-smacked that damn freaking demon. So, holy crap. Laxus, you the man. Like, for real. Speaking of you the man, that scene was hilarious whenever it was like, oh, Laxus, you're a real man. And then it does a little flash scene to freaking Elfman just sneezing. I was like, damn. That was hilarious. That was something else entirely. But, yeah, so I said it last week's review about how we had more death in that one episode than the entire series has got all thus far. Shit. Another episode. Death count risen by another 100. This is just the prologue. Like, for real. And I'm shocked this is still the prologue. Last week was the prologue. This is the prologue. Like, man, this is a pretty freaking long prologue, and all this is going on just in it. So, like, man, this, you know, there's a reason why there's been so much hype about Tartaros, because it is easily the best, if not the best, one of the best fairy tale arcs yet. Like, it was amazing. I haven't read all of it, as I've stated before. This is still new content for me to this point. I understand after next week's episode, but there'll be no spoilers. But, so, yeah. No frickin' wonder, like, this is just a prologue, and all this shit's gone down, but, yeah, fucking 100 death count, so, nobody can really say Fairy Tail hasn't had death, because now we have, and you can be like, well, they're just background characters and stuff like that, but, you know, death is death. I mean, what more do you want? Natsu to die, because I can tell you right now, that'll never fucking happen. Any of the main cast, or probably any of the Fairy Tail members in general, I'd be shocked to ever see that happen, but all in all, still. Speaking of background characters, you know, when we had that scene where Makarov was giving a speech to the guild, and then we saw all these, like, I noticed right off the bat, all these background characters, and then I was like, oh wait, that's right, Fairy Tail has more members than the ones we just know by name. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, there's actually a lot more of them than just the 20 or so members that there is, so I thought that was pretty funny that, you know, there is that many, but all in all, there wasn't too much to this week's episode other than Laxus raping that demon and then a bunch of people dying and Natsu getting super freaking pissed off. That rape face was like Gildart's level right there when he was all like, this means war. I was like, damn, man, that was like a flashback to that scene where Future Lucy died and he was all pissed off at freaking Future Rogue. That's what that scene reminded me of. I was like, when Natsu's pissed and wants to look pissed off, he can make a mean freaking, like, evil face, like, for real. That's Gildart's level pissed right there. So I'm really curious to see Natsu against Jackal next week. Personally, I think that's kind of like a one-sided battle. I mean, Jackal uses explosives, and I could see Natsu just eating all of it. So that kind of puts him at a disadvantage just based off of that assumption. But I don't know. But personally, I don't think Natsu's going to lose. If you watch the entire series, Natsu never loses. He's lost like 3 or 4 times. You know, he's lost like Gildarts and Urza and maybe a couple other people, but, you know, like Acnologia if you want to count dragons too. But, yeah, I highly doubt Natsu's going to lose. But I don't know. We'll see. I got hope for Jackal because he was well animated. I love the animation so far for the Tartaros arc. They're like going all in for this arc thus far with this animation, and that's just great because this arc deserves it. This is like Tower of Heaven because good arc. That was another personal favorite I liked that I thought was really good. So I was like, yeah, they're doing good with the animation. Another thing I noticed in this episode was new soundtracks. I noticed a couple new ones, and I gotta say, those are really good, because I was missing the old OST that Series 1 had, but these new songs that we're getting for the Tartaros arc, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling that. So, yeah, really good episode this week. I really enjoyed it. I'm really curious to see how Nazi's gonna fare against Jackal next week. And I still think it's bullshit that Laxus got benched just because he's a powerhouse. I mean, it's understandable, but still, that's kind of gay. But whatever. All in all, good episode this week. What did you guys think? You're hyped for Natsu versus Jackal? What did you think of Laxus owning that demon? What do you think about everything that's been going on so far with all this death? This is just a prologue. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you thought my review was nice, leave it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be amazing as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.